Hello, in this video we are going to practice to solve quadratic trig equation. So let's begin. So if you can look at here, the left hand side is our normal, our algebraic form of quadratic function x squared minus 4x minus 5 equals 0. On the right hand side is the trigonometric form, which is the sine square x minus 4 sine x minus 5 equals 0. If you have noted that the two equations almost exactly the same if you think about this. Okay, so if I'm looking here, x is the same thing as sine of x. Okay, so just solve. Let's go ahead and on the left hand side, let's just solve this normal quadratic equation first. So we'll go ahead and solve it by the factoring method. So I'm going to go ahead and factor this as a product of two factors. Okay. So our A is 1. Our A is 1. Our C is negative 5. So I'm going to put here, I'm going to put AC. So AC be negative 5. Our B is negative 4. So I'm going to put B right here will be negative 4. So what we try to do right now, we try to find two numbers that when we multiply equal negative 5. When we add them up equal negative 4 should be negative 5 and 1. So therefore we get our factor x minus 5 times x plus 1 equal 0. Then the next step, we are going to go ahead and let each factor equal 0. X minus 5 equals 0, so x equals 5. X plus 1 equals 0, then x equals negative 1. So therefore we're done. But so we do exactly the same thing here. So if you think about it, it's exactly the same thing. So I'm going to factor this. So that will give us sine x minus 5 times sine x plus 1. So therefore we have sine x equal 5 and we have sine x equal negative 1. Now make sure that you pay attention. We want to make sure that our answer x have to be in this interval from 0 degree to 360 degree. Now we can see that this is 5 is not in the domain. Okay, because the domain of the I'm sorry, 5 is not in the range because the range of the sine function is just from negative 1 to 1. So therefore I can see right here this will be no solution for the first one because 5 is not in the range, which is from negative 1 to 1 for the sine function. Let's look at the next one here. So here we can go ahead and solve for x. So then, so I'm going to draw the line here so you can see. Okay, so then x will be inverse sine of negative 1. So therefore x will be 270 degrees. Because at 270 degrees, sine of 270 degrees will give us negative 1. So therefore we can conclude that our solution or our answer with x equal 270 degrees. Okay, so let's look at the next example. Okay, so again, we are going to solve this trigonometric equation. And now I'm going to go ahead and let you to look at the left-hand side first. The two equations almost similar. So the x is the cosine theta, the y is the sine theta. So let's just solve our equation here first. So the first step we're going to do is that we are going to factor. Our common factor will be x, so let's give us 2y minus 1 equals 0. So, and then we will set each factor equals 0. So therefore we have x equals 0, 2y minus 1 equals 0. Then we solve for y, so therefore y equals 1/2. So we do exactly the same thing here. When the factor, our common factor will be cosine theta. So we have 2 times sine theta minus 1 equals 0. Now we set each factor equal 0. So I'm going to use different color. So cosine theta equals 0. Now go ahead and solve for theta. Okay. So theta will be inverse cosine of 0. So that will give us, so therefore the angle theta will be, so again we want our answer in the interval from 0 to 360 degrees. So cosine of theta equals 0 when the angle theta is so 90 degrees, right? So cosine of 90 degrees is 0 and 270 degrees. Okay, now we'll go ahead and look at the next one. So now we'll go ahead and set the next factor, which is 2 times sine theta minus 1 equals 0. Now I'm going to go ahead and solve for sine theta. So sine theta is 1/2. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and find the angle theta. So therefore the angle theta will be inverse sine of 1/2. Okay. Then the angle theta is, okay, so again we are going to find what angle theta, sine of that angle theta will give us half. So will be 30 degrees and 150 degrees. So therefore we can conclude that our solution be the angle theta. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this four angles here. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll go from left to right, from the smaller to the greater. So 30 degrees, 90 degrees, 150 degrees, and 270 degrees. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.